Hello and welcome to your practice. I'm Jaz and I welcome you to this Somatic Pilates tone and stretch session. Just make sure you have plenty of space and let's begin. So come meet me in a comfortable seated position. You can soften your gaze, resting your hands on your body, and see if you can consciously soften and relax a little bit more into this moment. Becoming aware of the sounds in the distance. Becoming aware of the sounds a little bit closer to you. Becoming aware of the sound of your breath. Begin to inhale and exhale through your nose, slowing it down. Placing your hands on the side of your rib cage, and without changing anything, just become aware of how your body is breathing, the rise and fall of each of your breaths. Releasing from this, just relaxing your hands on your body, and begin to take your head to your right shoulder. Bring your head up as you go to your left shoulder. Coming up to center as you bring chin to chest. And then begin to gently bring your head up, tilting your chin a little bit more up towards the sky. Just go to where it's good for you today. Releasing. Bring your hands up, breathe in and breathe out as you take your hands to your right, looking over your right shoulder. Just allowing your hands to go wherever they need to, maybe on your knee and behind your body. Breathe in, hands up, and then gently, as you breathe out, taking your hands to your right, looking over your right shoulder. Breathing in, hands up, and breathe out, go to your right. One more time, breathing in, hands up, and then breathe out, twisting to your left. Breathing in, hands up, just really reaching your hands up as you bring your shoulders down. Gentle breaths here. Taking your hands behind your head. And then begin to bend towards your right, really lifting up that left elbow up. Come through the middle as now you bend to your left. Just one more time on each direction. Gently coming up to center, releasing your hands. Come meet me on your hands and knees. Getting yourself comfortable. Extend your right leg out straight. Imagine you're going to press your heel down onto your mat. You can bounce a little bit if you like. Just notice where you feel the stretch today. Bringing your knee back down. Then extending your left leg out. Imagine you're going to press your heel down, either staying still or just little bounces. Inhale and exhale through your nose. Bringing your knee down. Just adjusting yourself. Now sliding the right knee away from you to lift your leg up. Your heel is closer to your buttocks and the sole of your foot up towards the sky. Now begin to do gentle, slow pulses up and down with your leg. Try to be strong in your arms. Make sure your upper torso is not collapsing down. Really pushing away the mat. Core engaged. 5 more. And 3, 2, and last one. Bring that leg back down towards your mat. Sliding the left leg away, up. Heel towards your glute, your buttocks. Sole of the foot up towards the sky, and then begin pulsing your leg up. Pushing the mat away. Continue breathing in and out of your nose. 3 more. 3, 2, 1 more. Gently bring your leg back down. Come meet me on your left side. So bending your knees. And then come onto your forearms, so your elbows in line with your hip. Engaging your core, your top arm or your hand you're going to take behind your head. Breathe in as you bring your elbow down towards your mat. And then breathe out as you bring your elbow up towards the sky. So breathing in, go down towards your mat. Your body and your torso follows, and then breathe out. 3 more like this. And 2. 1 more. Now you can stay like this or take your hips up, coming into a plank variation. And then breathe in, bring your elbow down, and breathe out, coming up. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Then bring everything down towards your mat, using your bottom arm as a pillow, keeping your bottom leg bent, the top leg is straight, and your top arm you're going to take forward as you take your top leg behind you, so taking them on opposite ends. You can even place them on the ground, just feeling a nice stretch, and notice where and the sensations in your body. Focusing on your exhales. And now let's take your leg and arm in the opposite direction. Just relax into the pose as much as possible. Noticing your breath. And bring everything back to the starting point. Taking your time, coming onto your hands and knees. Spreading out your fingers, getting a grip on your mat. Tuck your toes and then lift your knees up, just slightly hovering off your mat. And then begin to move opposite arm and knee forward. And then bringing it back. And then alternating. So really keep your core engaged here. It's a great full body workout, this exercise. Have to think a little bit on the coordination. And make sure you're not collapsing in your upper torso. Really push the mat away. You can always bring your knees back down to your mat to have a break. Five more. You're doing great. Breathing. 3, 2, 1 more. And just holding the hovering for 5, 4, keeping your knees up. 3, 2, 1. Gently release. And just coming into a variation of a child's pose, just resting your forehead onto your mat. Slow down your breath. Bringing yourself up. And let's come onto your right side. So bending your knees, coming onto your forearm of your bottom arm, elbow in line with your hip, coring slightly engaged, top hand behind your head. Gentle breath in as you bring your elbow down towards your mat, and then breathe out as you lift yourself up. So 4 like this, and then we're going to add on. 2 more. Last one. Staying like this, so if you want to join me, lifting your pelvis up, coming into a plank variation, pushing the mat away with that supported hand, and then breathing in. Go towards your mat, and then breathe out, lifting yourself up. Let's do the last 3 together. And 2 more. 1 more. Great work. Just come down onto your mat, resting your head on the bottom hand. Straighten out your top leg, and your top arm you're going to bring forward, and your leg is going to go in the opposite direction. May feel a little bit different on this side. You can place your foot and your hand down. Then lifting your top arm and leg up as you take them to the opposite direction. Your leg coming forward, your arm behind. You may have a release in your lower back. And then gently bring everything back. Come meet me on your front body. overlapping your hands on top of each other, resting your forehead onto your hands. Slightly engage your core, relaxing your shoulders. Breathe in as you lift your head up, and then breathe out as you go back down towards your mat. Breathing in, coming up, and breathe out. Try to relax the lower part of your body. Breathing in, coming up slightly, and breathing out as you go back down. Just 2 more. Make this your last one. And then when you come back down towards your hands, straighten out your arms, resting your head onto your mat. Then breathe in, lifting your head up slightly off your mat. And then lift opposite arm and leg also off your mat. Really lengthen them furthest away from each other. Imagine you're trying to touch something with your toes and your fingers. And then breathe out as you bring everything back down. And then lifting your head and your opposite arm and leg up at the same time. So very slow variation of swimming here. So breathing in as you come up. And breathe out as you go back down towards your mat. Keeping your core slightly engaged, don't push on your mat. You want to protect your spine at all times. 4 more. And just last 2. When you've done your last one, just relax your head on your mat and just moving your lower body from side to side. And then gently come meet me on your hands and knees. And then bringing your hands a little bit closer towards your knees, making a fist and coming onto your fist. So we're going to do a more narrow cat and cow in this position. If it feels uncomfortable, then just go onto your hands further away from your knees. That's also okay. So looking straight ahead, chin up. And then begin to gently reverse it, taking your time articulating your back as you look towards your legs, using your own breath flow to move between the poses. And just 1 more in each direction. And when you've done your last one, come meet me in a comfortable seated position. Lengthening your spine, softening your shoulders, and just noticing the new energy within. Taking your hands by your side, breathe in, reaching your hands up, and breathe out, letting your hands back down towards your mat. Breathing in, hands up, and then breathe out, gently release. Thank you so much for joining me today on your mat. I look forward to seeing you soon.